We grow up thinking we're supposed to be the hero. We're told to dream big, to work hard, to overcome and win. And somewhere in that story, we start to believe that being the hero means doing it all, means carrying it all or fixing it all. And if we're honest, a lot of us are exhausted because of it. We feel like we can't ask for help. We feel like we should already know the answer. We feel like if we're not winning, we're failing. Because the hero is in the fight. The hero is the one who gets knocked down and keeps getting back up. The hero is the one carrying the weight of the world and still pushing through. And for a while, that can feel motivating, but eventually it becomes a burden because you weren't made to carry the entire story. I felt this in my own life. When I pivoted out of pastoral ministry and into the business world, I felt like I had to prove something, that I could figure it out, that I could succeed in a new space, that I could go from one career into something completely different and make it work. So I put the pressure on myself to show up as the hero, to have it all together, to make the right move, to not need help. But that version of the story is exhausting. And if you stay in it long enough, you start to confuse performance with purpose. One day it finally clicked. People weren't looking for me to be the hero. They were looking for someone to walk with them, to understand them, to guide them. And that's when I remembered something Donald Miller teaches inside of StoryBrand. The customer is the hero and you are the guide. And that shift changed everything. Let me show you what I mean. Think about your favorite movies, the ones that move you, the ones that stick with you. Luke Skywalker, hero. Yoda, the guide. Katniss Everdeen, the hero. Haymitch, the guide. Rocky, the hero. Mickey in the corner, the guide. Or look at Frodo in Lord of the Rings. He's the one carrying the ring, but Gandalf is the one who sees the big picture. He's the one who helps Frodo rise into who he's becoming. The guide doesn't carry the burden. They help someone else carry theirs. Now think about the best leaders, the best mentors or friends in your own life. The people who helped you grow, the ones who showed up for you when you were struggling, the ones who said the thing you needed to hear in the moment you were ready to receive it. They didn't show up to impress you. They didn't show up to fix you. They showed up to walk with you. That's the posture of a guide. But a lot of us are still stuck trying to be the hero. We're trying to be impressive, trying to hold it all together. So we don't ask for help. We don't share the hard stuff. We avoid vulnerability, thinking it'll make us look weak. But the irony is, the longer we pretend to be the hero, the more isolated we become. Here's what I've learned. Freedom doesn't come from being the hero. Freedom comes from letting go of the pressure to be the hero and choosing instead to become the guide. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to solve everyone's problems. You don't need to win every battle. You just need to show up with empathy, honesty, and presence. Guides don't speak from perfection. They speak from experience, from pain they've walked through, from lessons they've lived, from roads they've already traveled. So maybe you've been carrying the weight of being the hero in this season. Maybe you've been trying to be everything to everyone, trying to be the perfect spouse, the perfect leader, the perfect parent, the perfect example. And maybe it's time to let some of that go. Maybe the most powerful thing you can do this week is stop asking, how can I prove myself? And start asking, how can I guide someone else through what I've already lived? That's where your wisdom is. That's where your impact is. And that's where your peace is. You aren't meant to carry the whole story. You are meant to share what you've learned from your part in it. So here's your question for the week. Where in your life are you carrying the pressure to be the hero, when what you're really being invited to do is become the guide? Let yourself breathe. Let yourself lead from presence, not pressure. Because people don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to walk with them. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear what it stirred up. Send me a message or drop a comment below. What's one place in your life where you're being invited to shift from hero to guide? And if you haven't already, hit subscribe because I'm dropping new episodes every Friday morning, and I'll be here with you helping you ask better questions and take the next right step. So until next time, remember, you're not the hero. You're something more powerful. You're the guide.